Greetings from Elk Garden, Virginia, and the AT crosses the road right here, and we are going up to Brier Ridge, which is this little area right here. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been probably 3 to 4 weeks, I think, since our last trip. Time flies. And if you can't tell, I'm out of shape. Plus we're going uphill. Not many people vlog while they're going uphill. I just vlog whenever I feel like it, whenever I've got something to say. But it's going to start to level off a little bit up here. And we're going to have too much longer and we're going to head right into the woods. So it's been a long time since I've camped up on Brier Ridge, probably at least 15 years. And it's quite nice up there, at least it used to be. And I actually know that there's a spring up there somewhere. I've never been able to find it, but I kind of have an idea of where it's at. So I do have a little bit of water with us, enough for me and Garvey. But if we're going to stay there for any amount of time, we're going to have to find that spring. So I forgot to mention, it is Saturday. It is a holiday weekend. And there are a ton of people out here. I probably saw 8 to 10 people leaving in a big convoy from Elk Garden. And there's a few behind me. Yeah, 10 o'clock in the morning, the parking lot was pretty much full. I got one of the last spots. So, I would guess the majority of these people are going up to Thomas Knob, which is where they all go. And I imagine that's where all the bears are going to go as well, because that's where all the food is. There aren't really any trails that go out here. We're kind of on an unofficial trail that's not on the map. I guess it may be a game trail. But we're starting to head into this tree line right here. And we're just going to kind of follow the opposite side of Brier Ridge. The side that is not visible from the parking lot. And over in this direction we got Mount Rogers right behind us. And that over there is the summit to Wilburn Ridge. You've heard me talk about Wilburn Ridge many times. One of my favorite peaks in Virginia for sure, and in my opinion the best 360-degree viewpoint that there is. So I fully expect this trail to be a bit overgrown, but the good part about that is I don't expect to see anybody back here. I'd be very surprised to come back here and find somebody camping or even day hiking. Most everybody will probably be headed to Thomas Knob, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm okay with that. So I didn't haul any water up from Deep Gap, so I'm kind of counting on finding this spring out here. Like I said, I did haul up some water, probably not enough to camp with. I remember this campsite. I've camped here before. Oh yeah, nice view. Wow, this is just outstanding. I'm glad we came back here. I forgot how nice it was. So I'm thinking over there looks like a place where there might be water. So there's a faint path through here. That's kind of what I was looking for, because if there is water back here, there's going to be an animal trail. And the animals need the spring too. So that's where we're headed. We're here to this tree, and we're kind of following a fence line also. Just to our left, you can kind of see a few fence posts sticking up. All kinds of briars here on Brier Ridge, go figure. Ow. Yeah, that's where we're headed. Let me navigate this mess and I'll get back to you. I'm hoping there's water right back in there. We're going to find out. We're going to need it. So this is kind of cool. It's the first time I've been back here. You can see this tree way back from where we started out. And I've never bothered coming back here, but there's a fire pit back here. Potential for a tent or two if you get creative. But the shade and the breeze is awesome. I could probably sit here for a better part of the day. And if there's water, we might just camp here. You just can't beat the view. Not only the views behind us, which you can't really see right now, but the views in front of us. Okay, so we've been bushwhacking. Just beyond that rock, you can drop down, and there's a spot where it looks like there should be a spring or water. Maybe there is, maybe it's just dry. In any event, we didn't find a spring or any water. There are a few rain pockets over there on the other side of that rock that we'll probably collect and filter, because we might be able to at least get another 32 ounces. And I really want to stay here. This spot's awesome. I should have just hauled up water. But we haven't given up searching yet. There's another little trail that leads off this way here, and it heads down. I'm thinking there has to be water. I'm thinking this has to be the spot. This is the only lone tree around here that you can see from over there, the saddle where we first came in. So in any event, we're going to take a break, probably get something to eat. Garvey's already on break. Drink some more water, filter that water that's over there, and hopefully we can find a spring or some more water so we can stay here. So I'm kind of regretting not hauling water up here. I was pretty confident that I would find the spring, and I still might, but at this point it's not looking good. We've definitely got enough water, but I don't think we have enough to camp with, considering what we're going to need to drink and cook. So, yeah, I might just kind of wander around here a little longer, see if I can find the spring. I'm going to take a look at the map too. I've got the Mount Rogers NRA, Nat Geo 786. This is the old map. The new one's been updated. But this area here is pretty much the same. I know that the spring isn't on the map, but if I can see where some of the creeks start at, maybe that'll give me an idea of where the spring is. It's worth a try. If not, we're probably just going to wander all the way back to Deep Gap, or probably the first place where we see water, and fill up and make a plan from there. Okay, so we're on the Cabin Creek Trail now, and we're descending down towards Helton Creek, and there's some areas over here that look like they should hold water. And actually they might, but everything looks really dry. I don't hear any signs of water over here, but I guess it might be worth going over to take a look just in case. You never know. Dry as can be. Yeah, you can tell that this has water in it certain times of the year, but not this time of the year. So we're going to keep heading down until we find some. Okay, that is flowing water. And we're back. Got plenty of water. 2 knock bags completely full. And we drank a bunch already. Garvey's dish is full. And cooked a little bit of Mountain House here. Some beef stroganoff. One of my favorites. So we're going to eat some dinner. Haven't set the tent up yet. I'm thinking about setting it up right over here. I think I'm going to wait till the sun goes down a little bit further before I do that. And actually, there's a nice field over here. It might be a little flatter than over in this area. But right behind me here is a little stealthier, so we'll see. I did see a couple horseback riders just over the edge of the trees there. I could barely see their heads. I was kind of laying here and I heard something. It sounded heavy, like really heavy, and I looked up and I realized it was hoofs. A couple horses going by, which is kind of strange. I wasn't expecting to see anybody back here, so yeah, kind of freaked me out a bit. I don't know why, but anyway, we're going to camp here either way, so I think I'll wait till it gets a little bit darker before I put my tent up, though. And over there, you can see Thomas Knob. You can see a few tents over there in the clearing. But yeah, there's so many people over there. I'm glad we're over here. let them go over there and stuck in all the chaos. Anyway, yeah, it's nice and breezy up here. Enjoying this great evening. I'm going to finish up my dinner and I'll get back to you in a few. Well, this is home for the night. Not bad at all. Got Mount Rogers over there. Thomas Knob. And you can't really see it because the tree's in the way, but we got Brier Ridge over there too. And a fire built. Probably going to light that a little bit later once it gets a little bit dark. And that clearing over there at the base of Mount Rogers, that's where we came from. And we went down the Cabin Ridge Trail just a little ways to that spring to get water. Then came back up. And yeah, we're just going to kick back for a while. We've already had something to eat. And I bet you there's going to be a really nice sunset. That's about all we have for tonight, and tomorrow we're in no hurry. If the weather's nice, we're going to hang out, have some breakfast, and enjoy the morning before we head back down. Good morning from Brier Ridge, and it's a beautiful morning. A little bit hazy, but the sun's starting to burn off the clouds, and it's going to be a great day. We have all day to do whatever we want, so we are in no hurry. The sun started coming up earlier, and I thought about getting out of bed and setting the camera up. Thought about it for about a half a second, and then rolled over and went back to sleep. Just can't think of a good reason to get up early on my day off, so I didn't. So yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of breakfast. I've got some. Let me show you. Mountain House biscuits and gravy, and this is good stuff. It actually kind of tastes like biscuits and gravy. The biscuits are kind of chopped up into little pieces that It's still good. The gravy's good, and hey, I like it. It tastes a lot better than some of the other trail breakfasts that I've had in the past. So we're going to eat that. At least I will. I don't think Garby's going to have any of it. And we're going to be lazy for a little while. And also on the way back down, we're going to take a totally different trail other than the AT, just to show you something a little bit different. So we're actually orange blazing right now, not to be confused with orange blazing on the Florida Trail. We are on the Virginia Highlands Horse Trail, and it's a pleasant trail. It's pretty much in the shade the whole way down to Elk Garden, but that's fine. It's starting to get hot out already. Just crossing the bald area back there, if it weren't for the breeze, it would have been brutal. So this is Deep Gap. We kind of cruised through here yesterday because there was a bunch of people. This is the site of the old Deep Gap shelter. That's the shelter that's sitting in the town park in Damascus. And there's a spring right here down that side trail. And years ago, the trail, the AT, used to go up Mount Rogers, which is right behind us, and over the top of Mount Rogers and down the current Blue Blaze, which is the side trail to get up there. Got a little bit of early fall color showing up. And I just love this trail. It's just a nice, well-graded, non-strenuous, peaceful, breezy walk through the woods. And every time I come through here, it seems like it's the first time I'm coming through. It's just an outstanding trail. So that's where we came from, and we're at the junction of the Helton Creek Trail. And that's it right there. Quite overgrown, and it can get wet back there. But it is a very cool trail. There's a nice loop that you can do. And the junction of that loop is up ahead, and I'll show you when we get there. So yeah, it's a beautiful day, and this is absolutely my favorite time of year to be out hiking, without a doubt. The very beginning of September, I don't think we're quite into September yet, but the next 2 days we will be. But the whole month of September and into October, and here in the south, even November can be a great month. A lot of times you'll still have trees that will have leaves and color on them, and less people, and you can have some really warm days too. But September by far is the month I've done most of my long distance hiking, and you just don't see that many people in September. I think a lot of it has to do with kids are back in school. You've got football season starting. People are preoccupied with other things, getting ready for the winter. and not quite leaf season yet, so people are kind of waiting for that before they come out, I think. But yeah, I haven't seen one person on this trail so far, and the only people I've seen today were at Deep Gap. So yeah, if you want to have the trail to yourself, at least on the southern half of the AT, come out in September. You probably will not see that many people, and the weather is great. You get sunshine a lot of the time, breezes, and this is the kind of weather that I had up in Pennsylvania. Just not too hot, no bugs, nice gentle breezes, just very mild weather. So yeah, great time of the year to be down here. And I would probably recommend coming out during the week if you can, if you don't like crowds, because popular places like the Grayson Highlands, Thomas Knob, Rhododendron Gap, if the weather's nice, there will be people there, and they've had to regulate the amount of people that they'll let enter the park, and I can understand why. I don't blame them. But in any event, I am rambling on, and we will continue to ramble on down this trail. Okay, so we're getting closer to Elk Garden, and that ridge you see right there is the ridge that the AT goes over, and that's where we started out yesterday. And that there is the base of White Top Mountain, which looks very different from this altitude. But we're looking at it from the exact same angle that we were looking at it from when we were up on Brier Ridge. So this is where the Hilton Creek loop comes out. The side trail I showed you earlier, the one that I said was overgrown and wet, yeah, it goes right down here. And this also looks pretty overgrown and wet. And if you look closely, there's a corral down there, and you can see a spring.